I just saw a meme or something that said, pay attention to the people who were there with you when you were rebuilding yourself. Those are your people. And my immediate thought was, the people who helped you get to the point where you needed to see your ass needed to be rebuilt, those are your people too. The people who show up when they see that you on the move going upward and stick with you while you on your upward move, they're not necessarily your people more than the person who was walking with you through the mud and being patient with you and being your friend until your eyes finally opened enough to see that you needed to make some changes. The people who walked with you and was being your friend, even though sometimes they were sick of your ass because you kept doing the same thing over and over and over. You kept making them same moves over and over and over, thinking that you was going to get different results. The people who walked with you through your insanity, because that's what that is, doing the same thing over and over and expecting good or better or different results. You crazy as hell. But you had people, I had people, you had people who walked with you through that time in your life, and then by the time you were ready to rebuild, they were sick of you. And then here comes somebody who want to help you build because now they see you building, but they was nowhere to be found when you was crawling through the mud and thinking that it was chocolate. I think we need to slow down on talking about who you, because guess what? The people that come along and they with you when you building, get to a plateau and see how long they hang there. Because some people are only looking for upward movement, upward and forward moving. The minute you feel like you in a stagnant place, or the minute you hit a plateau and you got to use that plateau to regroup and decide how you're going to move forward on that plateau, those people who need people who that they can go upward with, or latch on to you while you're going upward, they're not going to hang around with you on that plateau. They got to keep it moving. There's no loyalty there just because they're there with you when you start to rebuild or when you start to build. The best loyalty is the person who was walking with you, talking with you, encouraging you, telling you who you are, reminding you who you are, telling you they got your back. That's more loyal than somebody who only shows up when they can see you make an improvement. But somebody who loved you and befriended you and stayed your friend and talked to you and cried with you and prayed for you and prayed with you, that's not your people. That person, them people, is the one who got you to the point to build. We take on too many sayings as truth, and it ain't nothing but bull. Like, seriously, you gonna take the person who was with you when nobody else had the patience to deal with you? Somebody who was graced to be your friend during a particular season in your life, and now that they were your people. And for some of y'all, that's the only people you had. People come into our lives for seasons. It does not mean that when that season that they walk closely with you ends and then somebody else steps into that place, it doesn't mean they were never for you. It doesn't mean that they were never your friend. It just means that at that particular season in your life, they were graced to walk with you through that on a daily basis a lot of times. And then somebody else comes along. Maybe they're graced for that season, or maybe they're just looking for a ride. Pay attention to what you're saying. Pay attention to what you take on as truth. It's not truth. It's bull. And sometimes we're taking stuff that people say who got so much trauma in their heart, they don't even know they don't even know what friendship looks like. Like, for real. Because as soon as somebody says, well, what about, or I thought I got to protect my peace at all costs. No, you full of trauma. So then you come up with something that don't make sense, and then other people who got trauma hear it, and then that gives them the permission to hold on to something that don't make sense and not deal with their trauma. Now we got all these people out here matching energy or cutting people loose or accusing people of not being your friend when they were with you for years and told you the truth. prayed with you, cried with you, told you the truth, and still dealt with you when you were still dealing with that bull crap, whatever that bull crap was you was dealing with. Now you building, and now that wasn't your friend, nigga. See y'all later.